everybody, welcome back to Sew Me Sunshine. In the office with me today is the lovely Lisa, and she's helped me put this video together today. And today's video is a really exciting one because we're going to show you some of our new Liberty fabrics. Yes, you heard that right, Liberty fabrics, because we're now authorised retailers of their lovely Liberty fabric collection. So we've got 15 different prints in stock, and we've picked out 8 of them for you today to show you on the video, and we've tied them together with some of our favourite patterns that work really well with cotton lawn fabrics. So the fabrics we picked out today are all on their famous cotton lawn, Tana lawn base, and they are so incredibly soft to touch, such a high quality cotton, and they're all printed in their mill in northern Italy. So the print on the fabric is incredible. It's so vibrant and vivid, it looks amazing, and we can't wait to show you all the fabrics we've got to show you today. So this is the first fabric we've got to show you today, and it is this amazing print called Hattie Park. So at first glance you might think it's the classic kind of Liberty floral print, but actually if you look closely it's got little faces on the flowers which look incredible. So they've got little eyes and smiles, which is really, really fun. And then how it's been done as well, it's got this like drip effect through the fabric, which I also think is really fun and unexpected as well. So it's a really bright floral print, but like I said, it's got that little hidden element with the eyes and the drip effect on it. So all of the fabrics today, like I said, are Tana cotton lawn. So all of the patterns we're going to refer to today, all of the fabrics would work really well, but we're just going to pair them with specific ones that we personally would make. So the fabric, the pattern, sorry, I should say, that we thought would look amazing in this fun fabric was a pajama pattern. So we've got lots of pajama patterns in stock, and if you head to our pattern section on our website, you can actually select the nightwear section. But what we thought would look incredible is one of our favourite pajama patterns, and that is the Carolyn Pajamas by Closet Core Patterns. It's a really popular pajama pattern in the sewing community. We're seeing so many amazing ones, and you could obviously make the short version or the long version, and it would look really stunning in this fabric. Now this one is a really classic Liberty print, and it's one of their Paisley prints that they're really well known for, but it's in this really fun, bright colourway. As a team, we all fell in love with the colours in this print, and we just thought it looked really modernised that kind of Paisley design, that classic Paisley design. So because it's quite a bright coloured fabric, it's actually an opaque fabric. So it, like I said, it would also work really well as a pair of pyjamas. But what we thought would look incredible would be to make this into a lining. So it'd be a really luxurious lining. And we've got a range of wools in stock at Sew Me Sunshine, including 100% boiled wools. And we just thought that this beautiful green ties really well into this Paisley Tana lawn. So the pattern we kind of thought we're drawn to was one of our new Tessuti fabrics patterns, and that's the Richmond coat. Really classic coat pattern, would work really well with our boiled wools. And what we thought would be that you could use this as the body lining, and then either do the sleeves as well, or you could use one of our sandwash satins as the sleeve lining. And it would look incredible when you opened up your coat. It'd be a really nice pop of colour and a fun print. So you might recognise this print. This is the Margaret print. Now, when we were looking at the fabric collections to pick the 15 fabrics to stock, we were really drawn to their classic prints, but what we were really keen to do was pick new colourways. So this is one of the new colourways of their famous Margaret floral design. But we really were drawn to the bright colours throughout it, and we thought it would work really well throughout the year. It doesn't matter if it's winter or summer, we thought it would work really well. We really love the kind of the blues and the yellows throughout it. It's just a really lovely, happy fabric print design. So with this one, because obviously it is on a lighter coloured background, so it is that little bit more sheer, you could get away with outlining it, but I'd be more inclined to go for a top pattern instead of a full dress, because with a dress you might want to line it due to the lighter colour background. And what we thought, because the print is really fun, we thought it would look really good as an oversized t-shirt pattern. And the pattern we thought of was the really good block tee pattern by Paper Theory. And Lisa had another really good fun idea, which was that you could do the body in one of our Liberty print fabrics and then do the sleeve section in a different Liberty print fabric. So it'd be a really fun kind of like patchwork mix of Liberty print fabrics and look really, really special and be a great conversational piece. So like I said in the previous video, we wanted to pick out the traditional Liberty print fabrics, but we wanted to go for their new colourways. So this we think is called Kiera. If we've said that wrong, I do apologise. All the links, by the way, for all the fabrics will be down below. And this is one of their new colourways of the fabric, and it's a really, really beautiful dark blue background, and then it's covered in this kind of like mustard and like a rusty orange design. So it's really, really pretty, very kind of like autumnal, wintry colour palette, which I think is really gorgeous. And because it's got that navy blue background, it's also opaque. So it would look really beautiful made up into a dress. I really love as well how the floral design kind of flows lovely down the fabric. So again, I feel like it would lend itself really well to a dress pattern. Now, one of the dress patterns that I particularly love and have personally made myself a few times, I've spoken to you guys on here before about it, but this pattern would work really well in one of the Tana cotton lawns. And that is the Farrow dress by Grainline Studio. I really love the kind of pattern construction of this dress. It's got this kind of V shape, and that's where it's got really deep pockets. I love the kind of shape of the dress as well, and yeah, I just think this fabric print would lend itself really well to a Farrow dress. So you could go for the sleeves, or you could go for a sleeveless version, and then to pair it with like a navy blue turtleneck underneath, and that would just layer up really nicely for the colder months. This is called Emma Louise, and again, it's one of their famous floral Liberty fabric print designs, and it has this beautiful limited edition colour design, and as you can see, it's got this beautiful like blues and rusts and mustards. We were really drawn to this colour palette. It's very fashionable at the moment, and we love the kind of smaller floral design running through Emma Louise. It's not a really ditzy floral design, but as you can see, it's not a large scale. There's my hand, just to give you a bit of scale. It's on a dark base background, so it is opaque. Like I said, I should have said, with the Tana lawns, they do have that really nice drape to them. Obviously not as fluid as a viscose, but they still have some drape, and they're so unbelievably soft. I wish you could reach through and touch them. They're just such a luxury fabric to touch. So with this fabric, we thought it would look amazing made up into a blouse, and the pattern that we were really drawn to was one of our new patterns we've got in stock, which is the Kennie blouse, and that's because it's got, you might be able to see, it's got like a ruffle collar. Now, because of the ruffle, you wouldn't want to use a large scale print because you'd lose it. So something like this with the smaller scale, it'd look really beautiful in that ruffle, and it would look really statement sewn up into a blouse. And then you could pair it with a pair of high-waisted jeans, or obviously underneath a pair of dungarees. So this one has been one of the most popular Liberty print fabrics we've got in stock, and this is called People Puzzle. It was favoured by our office manager Celia, so we went for it. We loved the blue tones throughout it, And when we say people puzzle, you might not be able to quite see because it looks like almost like abstract shapes all over it, but actually it's got little lips and eyes throughout it. So it's very artistic fabric design. We love it. We think it's really fun, and it's one of those fabrics you'd wear in your garment, and I think a couple of times people would look and then they'd start to notice elements, so it's a really nice conversational piece. And Lisa thought it would look incredible made up into a quilted jacket. Now she just pulled out this beautiful bias binding we've got in stock, and actually it matches so well. So it would look incredible made up, we think, into the Megan Nielsen Hovea jacket. We've seen so many of these made up in the sewing community. They look incredible, and it's such a popular fashion statement at the moment as well. You see it a lot in the high street, these quilted jackets, and I think this sort of print design that's very abstract would be perfect. This again is one of their famous Liberty floral print designs, and this is called Butterfield Poppy. So it's been, the colours have been updated in this one to give it that kind of pinks and purples throughout it, which is a really popular colour palette at the moment in the high street and in high-end designers. So as you can see, it's got this beautiful poppy print floral design running through it, and it is one of their larger scale floral prints we've got in stock. So that's my hand there for scale. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of the idea of scale. But if you head over to the listing, we've made sure that there's a real thread next to all the prints, so it gives you a really good comparison on the kind of scale each floral print is. So this is a really beautiful, fun design, but because it's quite large scale, we thought you'd want to pick a pattern that didn't break up the design too much. So that's why we were drawn to the Romey gathered dress by Sew House 7. So you can also make this into a top version, so if dresses aren't for you, you can make a nice big blousey top, or I personally would go for the dress because it is opaque, this fabric, so you wouldn't have to worry about lining it at all, and I just think it would look really statement in this fabric print. So this one is again one of their famous prints, and it's called Arboretum, but this one's been updated because it is so special. It has tiny little stars and moons throughout it, so it's almost like a kind of like midnight night version of this famous fabric print. So as you can see, it's covered in like a beautiful tree design. It's got elements of little flowers as well throughout it. And then, like I said, it's covered with these little stars and little moons in this kind of gold colour design. So it's really, really special. I think this is my controversially one of my favourites, because I'm always drawn to a floral, and this isn't quite like the classic Liberty floral design, but I just love the stars and the moons running through it. I just think it's really pretty, and the purples and blues really pop against that black background. So just to remind you guys, with the Tana lawn, it's just such a luxurious fabric base, such a silky touch against skin, lovely and soft. And like I mentioned earlier, they do have some drape to them, just not as fluid as a viscose lawn. And because of the high quality cotton fabric, the print design just is really vibrant on this fabric base. And like I mentioned at the start, they're all printed in Northern Italy. So this design I just think is so special. I think it would work really beautifully as pajamas because of the kind of like starry night design it's got on it. But I would want to make myself something that I could wear in the day and really show off the fabric. And we thought it would look amazing made up into a shirt dress. And one of our favourite shirt dress patterns is this one by Atelier Jupe, and it's their Tilde shirt dress. It's a very classic shirt dress pattern, and we just think this fabric print, especially because the trees flow down the fabric, it would look incredible made up into a shirt dress. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you loved seeing some of our Liberty fabrics up close and seeing them move, and hopefully all the patterns has given you lots of sewing inspiration. Let us know below which one's your favourite, and let us know what you're planning to make with it as well. They're all online for you, and all the links will be in the description below. Don't forget to tag us in your finished makes and use the hashtag Sewing Sunshine. We love seeing all your fabric makes. It's so much fun to see the fabrics that we have here at Sew Me Sunshine brought to life by you guys. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye!